Well, hello, leaders. Wow, this is awesome. See all these beautiful faces here and all the beautiful faces I know that are on camera, on the other side of the camera. If you have served or currently serving, or if you just have a love for what the military forces do for us, give me some finger snaps. Well, on behalf of an old soldier to all of you, I want to thank you for your support, your dedication, your sacrifice, and your commitment. Now I need you to do a favor for me. Look to the person to your right and say to that person, Twanda has something of value to share that's going to help you. Now look to the person to the other side and say, you know you need help. We all do. We all do. There is a topic that we as leaders, we don't want to deal with, and even as people, we don't want to deal with. We avoid it at all cost. It's as if we take it and we put it to the side and we put camouflage over it, and we feel that if we touch it, it might blow up in our faces like C4. What is that topic? Conflict. Yeah, I said it, and I said it out loud. Conflict. For when we think about conflict, our mind normally goes to the negative. But I want to challenge you to look at it from a different perspective. Think of conflict as an opportunity. Say opportunity. It's an opportunity for innovation, opportunity for enhanced critical thought. It's an opportunity to get at the root cause of the conflict. Let me give you an example. My ride or die, my husband, my boyfriend for 32 years. When I say his name, I get a little tingly. But we had a conflict this morning. And that conflict that we had is going to resonate with many of you, I'm sure. The conflict was over for the love of all that is holy. Could you just put the toilet seat down so I don't fall through? That's all I'm asking. Because conflict at its core is I have a need and can it be met? And can he meet my need? Yes, he can. Say it with me. Yes, he can. Because if he doesn't, I'm going to manage that need. And that means that he's going to be sleeping on the couch for the remainder of the time that we're here at the tour. But there's another kind of conflict I want to talk to you about. Because not all conflict can be resolved. That's a fallacy of thought. But it can be managed with the right tools. I was a young VP, excited about a job that I had gotten, competed for it, well qualified for it. Went into the job and met with my senior executive and left that exchange with something in my gut that just didn't feel right. But I let it go over my head. Ever had conflict you needed to deal with, yet you said, no, I'm going to avoid it. It'll work itself out. When I moved on into the boarding process of the organization, now I'm at where the organization welcomes you in. Now I'm standing there excited for my boss to share my name, and he couldn't even remember my name. He started calling me Tijuana, Trina, Tina, Taiwanda. Guys, my name is Twanda. Say it. Twanda. Not hard, but what was he sharing with me in that moment? Definitely that I was not a valued member of the team. But as we continued, again, I let it go over my head. Not going to deal with it. Now we're in the board meetings and staff calls where I'm sharing insight to some of the most complex and ambiguous problem sets. And I get the response from the senior executive. Are you serious? That's your recommendation? Well, that'll never work. Somebody give me something that's going to work because I don't know what she's saying. Well, little did I know that I was like the Sesame Street segment to him. One of those things that don't look like the other. I was the only female and I was the only minority. But that wasn't my issue. That was his issue. I had a job to do to lead the 50,000 people I was responsible for them to be able to get the resources that they needed. My saving grace in all of this was that I had a champion. And that champion pulled me aside and he shared. He said, LP, you got to learn how to get past the impasse of conflict with this senior executive and get the resources that your people need. And I simply told him, I don't know how. He said, you have to learn strategy. Strategy? Okay. So I sat back. My dad has always taught me, check your landing zone. Observe before you say something. So I watched the interaction between the champion and the senior executive, and noticed that the champion and the senior executive would buy off on anything the champion had to say. So I pulled him aside and I said, hey, here's my strategy. You and I are going to collaborate. I'm going to tell you what I want. You're going to say it to the senior executive. He's going to buy off on it. I'm going to say what I normally say. He's going to knock it down, but I'm going to walk out of there with the resources my people need. I'm going to lead. And we played him that way for the entire time that he remained in that seat. We would walk out the office and say, 1 for the home team, 0 for him. So why do I share this story with you? I share this story because I want to be your champion. I want to guide you and coach you through the process of conflict, of looking at it from a different way and having the confidence to address it, to not shy away from it like I did. Did I get my conflict resolved? No, I didn't. I didn't get the teaching, the coaching, the mentoring to be a more valuable tool and asset in this organization. But I did manage that conflict and get the resources my people needed. I have 33 years of military experience at the senior executive level, 3 decades as a human resource expert, and currently a lecturer on the topic of leadership development and conflict management. I am well equipped to guide you through. Check us out on LT3 Leads.com or give us a call at 704-769-1265 or text LT3, the number 3, to that number. Look us up on LinkedIn at Twanda Young. Remember my name, Twanda. Thank you. I want to be your champion.